It's the following day now, and that's just about everything she remembered of the night she slept prior. That and the entire time felt stuck in sleep paralysis. Her stuck in that world of cold sweat and tears. Her and with her ever-persistent breathing. Just so agonizing and exhausting to deal with. Was she asleep through much of it? Half asleep? Or really awake fully? She didn't know and she couldn't tell. And the thing with sleep paralysis was, it wasn't that easy to rationalize it. If they're here, I'm not leaving LA like I left all those other towns they chased me out of. All I want to do is dance, that's all, commands Jezebel, putting her foot down. And not giving into the hysteria again, not this time. Since Tennessee, since leaving the city of her birth of Nashville, she had first tried to get the hell out of Dodge by leaving not too far off. Just to Memphis, and to see if that was all that was needed to leave behind the life she had lived before all of this had begun. But the brothers had found her there and terrorized her from that town. She had then driven all the way to Iowa, again someplace to hide, just hide and start anew. But they once again came and terrorized her out of from there too. From there to Wyoming, then down to New Mexico, to Utah, Arizona, city after city, town after town. She'd escape to and only come across the path of the Twin Riders again. And again, and again, and again. It's been 4 hours and some minutes she's been lying on her white tiled bathroom floor in her white underwear, staring at nothing. Why is everything so red? How she got here, she can't tell you. What was she doing before, she no longer remembers. Rubbing her hands back and forth over the sense of her fishnet stockings, oh slow and sensually. Slow and sensually. Slow and sensually, slow and such. Back, forth, and back, forth. At one point, accidentally running her hand between her legs to give herself something to change this feeling, or was it accidental? But no. Don't start that. She doesn't. Afraid later tonight, Billy would then bring it up and berate her all over again. Although, doing it never gave her a sense of poise and peace like every other time she told herself it would. Soothing, and no. Sensuality being a sin did nothing but make everything feel quite the opposite, as it would sharpen all her senses and sensitivity, making everything experience seem much more laceratingly pleasing than they had been to start with, turning the pleasure into pain, the pain into fury, and the fury into fire. Hellish fire. No, just wasn't worth it. It's been at least 4 hours now she's been hanging her head down here low, where she's been most mellowing out, pounding out the doldrum moments, music coming from outside her bathroom window to her right. Her bathroom illuminated with a red light fixture that made the atmosphere very reminiscent of a roaring 20s suicide scene, with hot jazz playing over plastic eyes, the melody dwindling from glad to sad, and oh so sad now, miserable. As the record begins skipping, and now it won't stop, just won't stop since the audience has been rendered dead, deceased. I don't know. Jesse says some things, something very, very hellishly beautiful in all its Art Deco beauty, yet also nauseating. Not from the window though. The window was streaming in the color of white, how white should be white, and the music echoing through this certain part of NoHo, with musical notes draping its windy path like a royal drape, was much more majestic. Sad still, but sad in ways how Jesse could at least relate with. None of that jazz, but jade, just jade, mortal, not immorally drawn out. There's a hunk of melody and sadness in it all, that at least feels slow and not rushed. Rush, it all feels the madness and the never-ending madness of all that jazz. I hate jazz, just above her head. So hush now, and just hush. Stay down here, until all the angry spirits that are towering above her lose interest and decide to go away. God, how much longer must I put up with this? She asks above, but of course, gets no answer. And maybe for now, it's for the best. Of course she knows that the spirit world is real. Of course she does. She's known it and experienced it since childhood, ever since being visited by an angel that taught her to dance. No, not a dream, but something she truly did experience, and the last thing she was ever thankful of, and nothing else ever since.